Hey guys, what's up? Matt Kuda here, and I'm excited to announce a new challenge on this YouTube channel, the AI 100K Build Challenge. Right here in public, we're gonna be building an AI app until it hits $100,000 annual occurring revenue. It's a big task, but I think we can hit it because we're building something I'm super passionate about, OptYou. This will be an AI-powered health dashboard that will analyze your own health data and turn it into real, actionable items. This is a real problem I have with all the health wearables I have, like my Garmin, my Apple Health on my iPhone, the weight I take every morning and write down. There's no way to triangulate that, analyze my progress, and give me real advice to hit my goals. Also, I think this is something the world can benefit from, whether it's just getting into shape or actually optimizing your performance for a race or your lengthy fitness goals. This is something that can have a real impact I think the world needs. So on this channel, in today's video, I'm gonna be demoing what my plan is for OptYou, how I'm gonna code it out, how I'm gonna scale it, and what my vision is for the future, and how we're gonna hit 100K. So without further ado, let's get cooking. All right, guys, here is the board we're gonna be walking today. Now let's start again with the challenge. Okay, so the AI gold rush is among us. You're seeing startups, even teams of one, pop up out of nowhere and make a lot of money just using the leverage that AI-powered tools can give them, completely trumping multi-million-dollar companies, right? So there's a lot of opportunities. Tech is still so young, and I have experience building AI with some previous smaller apps and a lot of hackathons I've done. So I'm getting in on the juice. We're gonna build in public for this challenge, okay? It's gonna be primarily here on YouTube. I'm thinking weekly long form, and of course I'm always on X, yapping and tweeting updates there, interacting with you guys there. And I'm thinking about doing shorts on my TikTok, we'll see, but that'll be TBD, it's a lot of work. And yeah, you cannot stop until 100K. I cannot stop until 100K MMR, now ARR. Now, it's really not that bad if you think about it, right? I mean, 8.3K MRR. So if you charge $10 a month for this, that's less than 1,000 people. That's not bad. That would certainly be my biggest app I've done, but that's the bar I want to reach. And I really feel motivated and confident we can do it. And my inspiration for this series and this application is twofold. One is Pat Walls from Starter Story. He's doing a similar challenge on his channel where he's doing 100K total for his AI app, building it totally in public. Every single line of code he writes is in public, and he's an awesome content creator and guy in the sphere. And then for the product itself, it was Will Ahmed, the CEO of Whoop, was on Chris Williams' podcast a couple weeks ago. Honestly, one of the better podcasts of the year. Super great guy, super mission driven with Whoop. Obviously, the wearable company that tracks your sleep and heart rate data, gives you workout advice. This is a very similar edge. I'll talk into why I don't like Whoop in the next slide, but I love what he's doing, and I want to break into the sphere as well with my take with AI. So let's talk about the problem as I just alluded to. In the current state of health tracking, at the end of May 2025. Okay, so I have the Garmin Forerunner 265 here. I'm a former Whoop user also, and I've used all these applications like Google Sheets, I'll show you right here, to track my weight. I use Apple Health to track my steps back in the day when I didn't have a wearable. I keep track of things in my brain, like my weight and what I eat in my macros. I sometimes log them in MyFitnessPal, right? And none of these are connected. They're all tracked. Like some people religiously, every single calorie they eat goes into MyFitnessPal. Every single workout they do is tracked with their Garmin. But is there no app that connects these? Am I going crazy? Especially with sleep. That's a huge pillar of health and something I've been focusing on. It has gotten a lot of traction recently with Brian Johnson and what he's been putting out into the sphere. So how are these not connected? How is there no app integrating them all to give you the best possible advice using all that data? That is where OptYou, your personal health OS operating system, is going to come into play. Here's our tentative logo. I have some ideas, but it's a Miro text box in a rectangle. Right, so I'm going to put in your sleep. We're going to track your workouts. We're going to see where you're eating. We're going to write what you're journaling to get where your goals are and how you're feeling. That goes with your mental. Are you being productive today? Are you have some brain fog? And what are your habits and goals? What are you doing every day? What supplements are you taking? What are your goals you're working towards? Is it a marathon? Is it 2 hours of deep work every day? Is it promotion? So let's put all of these, undeniably all interconnected, through an AI model and give you the optimal advice for you, where the name OptYou comes into play. And the funny way I've been branding this is cursor for not dying. Kind of strikes that controversy with not dying, and cursor as in we'll do the work for you. But that really is what it is. Just give us all your sleep data, workout data, health data, and we will give the optimal advice for you to achieve your optimal fitness. Right. And in my head, like, this is a humongous goal and a humongous undertaking, but it's a huge need in the world, honestly. Like, and let's look at some real actual insights just as an example. So like how sleep and heart rate tracking together can give you advice. So, you slept an average of less than 6 hours over the last 7 days, and your heart rate variability dropped 18%. Your resting heart rate increased. Let's prioritize sleep, maybe show you other periods of your health where your sleep was good, and we can show you your HRV data there. So this would be actual advice. Get 7 hours of sleep, reduce screen time. You can also hook up your Apple screen time into this after 9 p.m. to improve recovery. We don't want that blue light exposure. Diet and performance. You've hit your daily protein goal for 180 grams the last 3 weeks. Your squat increased 20 pounds. Good job. This suggests your training and recovery are in sync, right? And I know for a fact the Garmin Connect app, you can connect that to MyFitnessPal. So there's that bridge there. But where is this, simple advice that could easily be found? Like, I'm pretty sure I know how to do it and give you real advice to correlate these two health metrics together. And, step counts and stress. Step counts has been a big thing I've been focusing on in the last 2 years, going for 10K a day. So an insight could be on days with fewer than 4K steps, you didn't really get out of the house, your mood scores averaged a 3. On days you hit your step goal, mood jumped to 4.4 out of 5. Thus, incorporate a short walk daily to help you regulate stress and energy. A huge, obvious insight, you could do this with just what your phone tracks for steps in a daily mood journal, connect those two, boom, super good insight that can change your life, that can make you feel better, be a better worker at work, help you live longer, not die. And that's great. So let's get into the MVP roadmap for this app and what I'm going to be building. So definitely sleep and workouts. I honestly might just start with sleep. Again, a super big, important tracker for me, deep sleep, light sleep, REM sleep, and your workouts. I'm going to go for your wearable API sync. So whether that's Garmin, Whoop, or Ring, Apple Health, there may be some issues. We have to build an iOS app there. We'll talk about that later. And we haven't gotten approval for the Garmin sync yet. I've approved with a pretty good application, I think, that's still under review. But while we wait, I'm going to be working on just manual input. If that doesn't work, I might get back on the Whoop train because I know that's open API. And it would be good to just get back in that ecosystem to understand what I like, what I don't like. So we'll be able to have you sync up your active logging, because logging manually is just going to be too brutal. We'll give you just a simple AI recap, analyzing trends, sleep versus performance. We'll give you a profile so you can sign in, save your data, OptYou.io/your username, and some simple charts. 7 days sleep, workout list, etc. I'm really just trying to nail the one feature of AI analysis on your trends. Keep it at that, not overcook it into like a chat with your data just yet, just for MVP. MVP might even just be like sleep, like analyze AI with my sleep, keep it super one tool, build an audience, and then flesh it out from there. So let me know what you guys think about how I should prioritize this. And, future ideas, what we've alluded to already, but we're going to want mood tracking and journaling. unfortunately no neural link in my brain that can log my thoughts. And I think mood and performance and diet and sleep is a huge triangulation opportunity, obviously, like we talked about with steps in mood or stress levels with maybe working out too much. That's something we want to capture. Also, workout generator. I've built the app TabaFit to generate Tabata workouts. I have a good understanding through 10 years of lifting how to build workouts and how to enable an AI-powered API to generate those. Habit tracking to get us some GitHub-style streaks where you can see the grid week by week. And I also think we can correlate optimal health and how health improves to how habits improve, just overall better brain function and awareness of what needs to get done. An AI copilot, like I just talked about, maybe you can just ask in a free text box, you kind of like cursor for not dying, why was I tired this week? And can say, oh, hey, you went to bed later than average. You didn't get as much deep sleep. Your step count was down 12%, something like that. And also goal protocols. So you can just type whatever you want, lose 10 pounds. We can give you advice on the macros you're eating, make sure you get quality sleep, program you extra cardio. I also think maybe some deep work tracker. This might be outside the scope, but kind of going back to mood and goals, I think deep work, that's meaning focusing solely on one task for an hour or two, turning your phone off and actually tracking that, being intentional. Pretty much what I did the prep for this video, link that cognitive output to recovery and all your other health metrics. Hey, when you work out 4 times a week, you're hitting your deep work goals and stuff like that. A mobile app, obviously, will have to come later. I mean, not obviously, I could build this first as a mobile app, though there would be a lot of friction for me building that. I'm primarily a web dev, and I can ship a lot faster with Next.js. And that's also not even counting the approval process to get into the App Store and the delayed deployment updates that come with that, which I encountered while building my Tabata social app, TabaFit. But of course, my ideal user experience, I think, for this app would be a mobile app. So that will come in the future, might be necessary to reach 100K MRR. And then, the super stretch goal is the OptYou wearable. I'm coming for Whoop. I'm coming for Garmin. I'm coming whatever Sam Altman at OpenAI is building the wear in your body. We're going to build your own OptYou so we can actually have a product out there in the world. Might be a little far out, but it's possible. So let's talk tech. Let's get to the nitty gritty of how we'll be building this. Like I said, we'll be using Next.js for the front end, the back end. Makes it super quick to ship, and we'll host this with Vercel, the Next.js ecosystem. Supabase, just a layup of a decision, just the best database right now to store all the data. I'm going to start with OpenAI as our AI API provider to start. Maybe test some other models, but it's what I'm comfortable with working. We use Clerk for authentication for users to sign up and sign in and sign out and all that auth stuff. And we'll use Stripe webhooks to handle payments on the subscription model. I'm still thinking how I want to do the pricing plan for this. I might just put a paywall up completely once we launch, like no free option. That's something we'll think about. Certainly for beta testers, that will be a free option to get actual feedback. But that will be something to monitor. And there is actually a repo for this already. Let me show you guys what's been built. It's not super complex, but I have this basic landing page I spun up in V0 and then used some landing pages I found on Framer to dial down the exact details. So we have the hero title, waitlist option. I'll just show you it demoed here. CUDA at CUDA.com. Nice toast notification in the bottom right. Awesome. Then we just have, 3 steps of the app, the features, some pricing. This isn't accurate. And a footer. So we got this basic setup, and this is live today at OptYou.io. So if you want to get on the wait list, please do. I'll be emailing you when this app is live, when we need beta testers. Get on here. This will help us reach the goal quicker. And then in terms of the app itself, I do have the Clerk authentication working. I have the Supabase backend working. So here I'm on localhost. I'm just going to go to the dashboard. I should be signed in. Actually not, but this would be a good opportunity to show the sign in flow. Let this load. Google off. Boom. We are in. This was quickly spun up with V0, kind of when the requirements were different. Nice sidebar, some tracking, some mood stuff. Really haven't worked on any signed in features, but the auth is there. This should work log out. Awesome. So that's what's built. And obviously we have a lot to go. Net health integrations, big. So what is coming up? We have the Clash of Clan workers work on the logo. I'll be updating this YouTube channel with weekly build updates on how it's going, some updates on my lifestyle for how I'm building this, where I'm going to build it, maybe give some workout content just to demonstrate some of the stuff I want to track. And I'm also thinking about some daily shorts. Let me know if you guys want that. I kind of find it a low ROI content to just talk, 60 seconds or less on something, whereas, tech, you really need long form like this to dive deep. And I feel that's where I shine as a talker, at least. But let me know what you guys think if you want that. I'll be prepping the beta release. We're going to get out this summer. It's coming in hot, and testers are going to be needed. So make sure you navigate to OptYou.io to get on that wait list right here. And as alluded to, we'll be exploring the wearable APIs. Obviously a critical feature. I don't want people manually logging their sleep every day or exporting a CSV. That's not going to get us to 100K ARR. That'll get us to like -10 ARR. And I'm going to be studying the competitors, refining what makes OptYou different from the rest. I can't be the only one tackling this problem, but I feel like I have the edge to win. And again, MVP launch this summer, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Like if you learned something, comment what you want in the app. I'm still in the feedback phase, so legitimately comment below and I'll probably add it if it's reasonable. And subscribe to follow this journey. It's going to be a fun one, guys. I haven't done one like this, and I'm really getting in the mood to make a lot of content here on YouTube. It's definitely a path that's been fulfilling and something that'll help me fulfill my mission to help make the world healthier through tech. So thank you again. I'll see you in the next one. Let's go.